Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining this section. So today, like I said, we'll be doing the introduction to the Power Platform. This is going to be an introductory class, and I'll be walking us through what Power Platform means. Once again, my name is Victoria, and yes. So the agenda we have for today is firstly the Power Platform components. We're going to be looking at what consists of the Power Platform, and we're also going to share resources that will enable us to learn more and will be very useful for us on this learning journey. The Microsoft Power Platform is a low-code platform that allows organizations to analyze data, act on it through applications, and also automate business processes. It allows everyone, from the professional developer to the frontline worker, to participate in driving better business outcomes. So just like I've read to us now, Microsoft Power Platform is a platform that allows everyone, not minding your level of expertise in computer programming or software development, to be able to build solutions that would automate business processes. Solutions like leave request, expense management, and all this would automate business processes and also make time spent in doing things reduce and actually economizing time spent. So the Microsoft Power Platform consists of the Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agents. I'll be looking at this, just a brief intro into all of them. The low-code platform actually spans through Microsoft Office 365, Azure, Dynamics 365, and other standalone applications. But we'll be taking each of the components one by one, and we'll just do like a brief intro. So the first is Power Apps. And the Power Apps is a platform that allows you to develop custom business applications with little or no code. You build applications. Yes, you heard me. You're going to build applications with little or no code. These Power Apps can allow us to integrate and interact with different services, different connectors, different data sources, either within or outside Office 365. You can also build amazing user-friendly applications. Power Apps is not just one stereotype thing. You can actually make beautiful designs with Power Apps, and you build user-friendly applications on either mobile or web view. Examples of applications you can build includes the Leave app or leave request management solution, an expense management solution, and all that. So yes, we'll be going to the next thing, and that's Power Automate. After building, okay, let me just give us like a real life scenario. For example, a leave request management solution. I need to go on leave, and some organization, the usual way is you write a mail firstly to probably your line manager or your supervisor, and the line manager gets to go through, gets to see the mail and say, reply and says, all right, before you go on leave, please send me your handover notes. And after you have sent the handover notes, you'll be like, all right, so you can actually go on leave. All these back and forth processes can be automated. When I say automated, what do you mean? What do I mean rather? For the Power Apps, you can build an application that will actually be an interface rather, where the request or initiator of the leave, me as a staff, I want to go on leave. What do? I just go to the Power Apps, pick the type of leave request I'm actually, if it's a vacation, a study leave, any of them. I actually pick it, type the reason why I'm going for leave, select the start date, select the resumption date. And if there's actually more like a leave entitlement because of my level in the organization, or there's a specific leave entitlement for a particular year, the Power Apps can actually do all those deduction for you, and your manager does not have to start doing all those calculations. And after you just click on submit button, the next thing is, oh, your manager should be notified. So that's where Power Automate comes in. Power Automate was formerly called the Microsoft Flow, and it is a tool that helps you automate repetitive business processes while focusing on more important things within your business. Yes, and by doing this, you save time, you save energy, and as well as you boost business productivity. So back to our scenario. I've requested for leave and my manager has to action on that leave. With Microsoft Power Automate, you can actually build a Microsoft flow that would send a notification to your manager. It can be just send an email, it can be, okay, send an approval request. So the Power Automate can actually send an approval request that will say, okay, this particular staff is going on leave, and he has requested for this and this and this. Do you want to approve or reject? So there's a button that says approve or reject. Or click on the approve button or click on the button. After he has done that, he can also add a comment. And yes, that ends it. So once he either approves or rejects, it depends on what works in the organization. In some organizations, as long as the line manager or the supervisor has approved, the next person to get that request is the HR. So HR can also approve or reject, and that's how Power Automate works. It is actually very simple, and it is used to automate business processes that are kind of repeated. Yes. So even after all this has been done, you can also send notification to the initiator. So when the line manager approves, you can send a notification to the initiator to say, okay, dear Victoria, your line manager has approved your leave request and it is currently being forwarded to the HR. So step-by-step processes like this, all that is done can be automated. The line manager does not have to start typing the mail to say, okay, I have approved your request, do this, do that. You can also add an attachment when you're making the request as the staff, more like add your handover notes, and the approvals, that's your line manager or the HR, can see that particular attachment. These and more are all that we can do with the Microsoft Power Automate. So the next thing we're going to look at is the Power BI. And just like the name, Power BI is a business analytic tool that allows you to analyze data from different resources, different data sources. You can, as you can see on the screen, you can view your data in different visualization tools. Do you want a pie chart, an histogram, like that? You can use it to view data and see the progress of your organization. So that's the summary of the Power BI. And the last but not the least is the Power Virtual Agent. The Power Virtual Agent is more like a chatbot. It is another fantastic platform that enables everyone to create powerful chatbots that engage conversationally with your customers and employees with a no-code graphical interface without needing the help of a developer. Before now, we all know that when you want to build chatbots, you actually need the help of a developer. Yes, but now with the Power Virtual Agent, you can easily build a chatbot that can be plugged into your website or anywhere, and it will help answer people's questions. So what do we call data connectors? Data connectors are proxies or wrappers around an API that allows us to interact with a service. This might be looking so cumbersome, but the summary is, okay, so there's a service provided by Microsoft or anybody, and I need to use that connector, or I need to use that service. All I need to do is make my app connect to those services. Okay, For example, I need to know, so there's Office 365 and I need to know who my line manager is. We all know that Office 365 Azure AD has all those thing. You can fetch your line manager, fetch your job role, job description, your profile picture and all that. And you want to use it in your Power Apps. All you need to do is connect to the Office 365 data connector and you are good to go. We would be doing more of connections with our Power Apps, and I tell you it's a very simple and easy way to get things done. We have the AI builder also in Power Apps. AI, also known as artificial intelligence, yes, we have it in Power Apps, and it helps us do things that human beings or generally could do before, but computers could not do. But with the aid of technology right now, we can use AI, artificial intelligence, to perform tasks that human beings originally performs that computer cannot do. We'll be going, we'll be looking at it as we go forward in the classes. Like I said, this is an introduction class. And yes, we have the database. So yes, before now, Microsoft had what we call the Common Data Service, CDS, and now the name has been changed to the database. Database, as the name is just like a database storing a set of standard and custom data. So you can store your data in a table. It's more like a database, yes. And database is where we store information, yes. And yes, those information rather are stored in a table, in a tabular form that has rows and columns. The next thing we're also going to be looking at today is resources. I would share this link on the chat window, but these are resources that can help boost your learning. The first is Microsoft Learn, and I tell you, it is a very reliable source because it is actually where we get to see um, resources provided by Microsoft, and we learn a lot from there. We also have instructor-led training. This is actually not free, but it is online. You can get, if there are different kind of people. We have people that can actually learn by themselves, while we have people that usually want someone to put them through, someone to guide them through the path. We can also do that with the instructor-led training. We have some Udemy courses too on Power Apps, and we can try them out. And most importantly, the community. We have a very wonderful community for the Power Platform, and yes, people get to share resources, share problems, and questions are answered. So I will be sharing this in the chat window, and I hope that we'll get to learn a lot. So yes, for the next class, we're going to be talking about Microsoft 365 developer account. You'll be creating applications, and you would need an account to do that. So the next class, we're going to be creating our individual accounts where we would be developing our solutions. And yes, that is like the end of today's section. But before then, I would like to know if any one of us has questions. Once again, thanks for joining this section. Please, if you have any question for me, I would like that you unmute and go ahead to ask.